Hello, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. Students, here we are going to start chapter 3, that is natural resources. And in this natural resources, we are covering natural vegetation and wildlife. So let us begin, students. In this introduction part, you may have studied in your earlier classes as in the beginning the earth was a barren planet. There was no life in water or on land. Gradually, life appeared in the ocean in the form of plants. Slowly, various other type of organisms appeared on the earth, which were broadly classified as animals and plants. It is very clear, students. Just in the beginning of earth, there was no life existing on this earth. And life started from the plants in water. The assemblies of plant species in an environment is known as natural vegetation. How to recognize natural vegetation? Natural vegetation grow naturally. There is no aid of human effort. If you see anywhere the forest cover is there and the plants are looking highly unmanaged in their growth, in their distribution, variety of species of plants look there, then you can understand that is natural vegetation. Some of the places you may find the forest is there. A particular type of plant is looking in that forest. The plants are very well arranged in row and column. Such forests are not natural vegetation that are planted by human being for economic benefits. Some particular plant species are grown to get economic advantages. Vegetation includes forest, grasses and shrubs. Grasses very easily you can see anywhere around your home. Shrubs are that small trees you can say that having very low height. Natural vegetation, to understand that temperature and rainfall are two important factors for the growth of plants. As a student, you know, you take food and water for your growth. Similarly, plants also need temperature in the form of sunlight and rainfall to get water. In the areas where rainfall is heavy, the forests are thick and dense. In the areas where good rainfall occurs, in those areas often it is seen the plants growing well and dense forests are seen. As the rainfall decreases, the size and concentration of trees also reduce. Size in terms of their thickness of stem and height. Shrubs and short trees are common in the areas of low rainfall or in desert areas. Wherever desert areas there in the region, shrubs and short trees are common. In cold regions, the growing season is very short because you know that temperature and rainfall is very important. So during the cold region, means in the cold region, the rainfall condition and high temperature condition remain for very less time. Therefore, plants occur in scattered patches, means here and there, very less in numbers, in the form of mosses and lichen or lichens. In the tundra region, you can say the polar areas or the peaks of mountain may have such mosses and lichens. Classification of forests. On the basis of location and the type of climatic conditions, forest can be divided into three broad types. Here in the map, number of types are given. But in your textbook, you will study only these three, that tropical hardwood forest, Mediterranean forest, and temperate softwood forest. And here in this map you can see with the green color that deciduous, dark green color, that deciduous rainforest areas in these region. Mainly you can see this equator is here. This is equator line and this Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So beyond this Tropic of Cancer, generally that tropical deciduous forests are seen. Are near Tropic of Cancer very less in area. Rainforest, these green areas you can see, these areas that light green color, these are having that tropical evergreen forest cover areas, and temperate softwood forest, these gray color areas you can see, these are covering that temperate softwood forest region. Similarly, in this, it is mainly in the northern part of this continent, because in southern part mainly it is covered by snow and ice throughout the year. As you know that Antarctica region is there, but this Arctic region is there, having that different continents, that some part of Russia and Greenland, these areas are having temperate softwood forest. Now, tropical hardwood forest. On the basis of temperature and rainfall, tropical hardwood forests are further subdivided into two groups: tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest. Here in this figure, I tried to show you how the trees are having very thick and long stems in both of these type of forest. Here they are looking green, but here the color is going to yellowish, and downside you can see collection of leaves also on ground. So that way, some features are there of these forests. We'll discuss in the next slide. Tropical evergreen forest. These forests are known as tropical rainforest because they are confined to tropical region where heavy rainfall occurs throughout the year. Because of this heavy rain, and tropical region has intense bright sunlight throughout the year, and that causes evergreen forest areas, tropical rainforests, very dense forest in this region. All the trees of these forests do not shed their leaves at the same time, and that is why they appear always green. This is why such forests are known as evergreen forests. Tropical rainforests are also referred as tropical evergreen forest because of their this property that they do not set their leaf together. Of course, leaves will be setted by the trees. It is a natural process. But all the leaves are not going down. That are alternate one by one in different days. And that is why the trees in these forests look always green. They are spread in the areas of Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, Gabon in Africa. In India, if you see, they are common in Western Ghat, northeastern part of the country. If you see this, you can see in your textbook that maps are very clearly shown. The favorable climatic conditions for these forests are heavy and well distributed rainfall, that is around 200 centimeter annual, and hot climate throughout the year. As already we have studied in your science subject that high temperature and rainfall are very good for growth of plant. In this module also in the previous slide we discussed. And that is why the trees in these forests are very tall, sometimes reach up to 60 meters. 60 meters, students, you can imagine that in 3 meters there are 10 feet. So 6 meter, 20 feet, and 60 meters, 200 feet. So that way you can understand how long these trees are growing. Several species of trees are found within a single area because of this dense growth of plant species. These forests are characterized by dense growth of vegetation. The trees have broad leaves to permit transpiration. Transpiration you have studied in your science, students, that leaves are responsible for releasing extra moisture from the tree. And for that, they do transpiration. As much as transpiration will be higher, the leaves size will be broader because more water, more transpiration. More transpiration needs broad leaves, and that is why the trees in these evergreen forests having broad leaves. Some of the typical trees are mahogany, ebony, rosewood, rubber, and palm. The animals found in rainforests are elephant, lemur, monkey, and deer. So these are some animals found in the tropical evergreen forest. Now tropical deciduous forest. These forests are also known as monsoon forest because they are common in the monsoon areas of the world. Monsoon, what is monsoon, students? In class 6 you have studied in short. Monsoon refers to the seasonal reversal of wind direction. So, in the areas where this seasonal reversal of wind direction takes place, in those areas, there is a huge weather change in a year. And because of this weather change, the forests are having some special features we'll see in these further points. These forests are commonly found in India, Myanmar, South China, East Brazil, central part of America because these places are having this monsoon type of climatic condition. These forests thrive in the region where the climate is warm with distinct wet and dry season. Means climate is warm, but their wet and dry season comes means few months of the year are wet means rainfall occur and after certain month no rainfall for few months. So that way there will be wet and dry seasons intervals, and due to these intervals only deciduous forest receives summer rainfall in the month of June, July, August, and September, ranging between 100 to 200 centimeters. The vegetation in these forests is not as dense as that in the tropical rainforest. Region is, of course, very clear. Rainfall does not occur as in the tropical region. Generally, these tropical deciduous forests are found near the Tropic of Cancer and subtropic region. The deciduous forests have predominantly broad-leaved, of course, as temperature is high, transpiration will be required more, so broad-leaved trees are there. Medium-sized leaf also there because some of the region rainfall occur less, temperature is not that way high, so medium-sized leaves also there. And they shed their leaves during the dry summer season almost together. And that look, during the dry season, they conserve moisture by shedding their leaves because mostly the transpiration takes place through the leaves, and to conserve moisture, they shed their leaves so that they can survive during the dry summer season. These are medium in height, that their height does not reach as in the rainforest, as in the tropical rainforest, evergreen forest. Here height rise up to 30 to 40 meters. Common trees are sal, teak, sandalwood, bamboo, shisham. Eucalyptus is common in Australia. Nowadays, eucalyptus is seen in our country also in here and there you can see because eucalyptus grow very well in the region where water is very deep inside the ground because eucalyptus trees roots are going very deep inside the ground, even up to the underground water level they reach. And because of this region, many part of this country in India that has been cut, as that was a serious problem for underground water. As eucalyptus mainly found in Australia, so that was brought from there. The animals found in deciduous forests are lion, tiger, elephant, and numerous kinds of reptiles. So this was all about today's topic, student. We could cover these many topics. And there are some other topics, of course, we'll discuss in the next module. Revise these